Happy opening day! Happy opening day!
Happy opening day!
So it is our favorite time of year because the Phillies are going to start playing their games in Citizens Bank Park. And so to celebrate today, what are we making? What are we making for our episode? Tell him.
Soft pretzels.
Soft pretzels. You cannot go to a Phillies game without having soft pretzels. So we thought we would make our own. Since we can't go to the park, we're going to make our own, right? Yeah, and do we have some friends helping us today?
Yeah, why can't we go to the game?
Oh, because we're going to be down here. We're in Cape May. And they're going to be playing up in Philadelphia. So we're going to be in Cape May. And since we're not there, we thought we'd make our own, right? Yeah. And so hang on a second. Oh, we will in just a moment. Actually, that's a good idea. We're going to get you started because we haven't done a whole lot of breads with Baking with Babies yet. We haven't done a whole lot of yeast-basted things, but soft pretzels are yeast-basted. So this is a recipe that we haven't tried before. I've made lots of soft pretzels over the course of my baking experience, but I've never made these before. And these are supposed to be pretty close to the actual Philly soft pretzels. But we need some time. Watch your foot, bud. We need some time for the yeast and the water to kind of mix together. So let's get everybody started. What ingredients do we have? And actually, before we get everybody started, who do we have helping us today?
The Phanatic and Phoebe.
The Phanatic and Phoebe. Who is Phoebe? For those guys that don't know the Phanatic and Phoebe, the Phanatic is the Phillies mascot and by far, hands down, the best mascot of all of the sports teams. Not just baseball, but all of the sports teams in our opinion. He's been a great friend of ours. And who is Phoebe? Who's Phoebe?
Your mom.
His mom, the Phanatic's mama. So they're helping us today. And so Phoebe is kind of being propped up by some of our ingredients. We've got kosher salt back here. We've got brown sugar. We've got some baking soda, some dry active yeast. We've got some malt powder, diastatic malt powder. We've got an egg, some lukewarm water, some melted butter up here, and some flour in the back as well. So we're gonna get you started. Can you help me measure out some stuff? Yeah? Okay, so let's come sit down. So we are going to start by pouring. You would like to pour the water first? We're going to start out with one.
By my own.
Please? Yeah. So we're going to start. We're just telling them 1.5 cups of water and keep it in the bowl. Yep, so pour it gently in. Nice stuff. And you want it to be lukewarm to warm. You don't want it hot or else it will burn the yeast and then it won't be active anymore. So with your 1.5 cups of warm water, you want to put in
2.25.
We will in just a minute. We're going to put the yeast in first. You're going to put 2.25 teaspoons of dry active yeast or the equivalent of 1 packet. So if you're using with packets, you just put 1 packet in. Right, ready? So we're going to put 2.25. So here's 1, 2, and then we're going to get the 1/4 teaspoon. So not the very small one, but the next one.
That it?
That is it. Nice job. Okay, ready? Let's scoop it in here. There we go. So 2.25 teaspoons. And then we're going to put our kosher salt in. Sorry, Phoebe. Phoebe's going to take a rest for a little while.
Why?
Just because she's not propped up, the salt was holding her up. All right. So we've got 3 teaspoons of kosher salt.
What's a kosher salt?
Kosher salt is really kind of thicker or bigger pieces of salt. See how they're bigger than the salt that we usually use at the table in foods? We usually use fine salt. Okay, so 3 tablespoons of salt. And yes, sir, then we're going to put in the brown sugar. So 1 tablespoon.
Then we're going to do brown sugar. May I please add the
You may have a little taste. Thank you for asking. You get some? All right. All right, can you help me measure 1 tablespoon? Ready? Alrighty. 1 tablespoon. All right, can you mix that up for me? You're gonna mix all of them together till they're kind of dissolved. And we're gonna let that stand once you've mixed it up together. You're gonna let it stand for about 5 minutes or until it's foamy up the top. You'll see lots of little bubbles. And we're gonna use some of those things later on. Okay?
Phoebe, don't rest.
Phoebe, don't rest. Say, it's opening day, no time to rest. It's time to play the baseball game. Are we getting ready to watch our favorite guys? Phanatic's trying to help. Should he mix? Yeah? You help him mix?
Yeah. He'll mix.
He'll mix. Thanks, Phanatic.
He mix.
He is mixing.
I tasted some of that mixture.
Mm-hmm. You did taste some of that mixture. Was it nice?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I tasted some of that mixture. It was nice. It was very nice. It was sweet.
It was sweet.
It was sweet taste. I tasted a bit. I tasted a bit.
You did taste a bit. All right, let's get some of the lumps out. If you can get the lumps out ahead of time, it's helpful. All right, we're gonna let that sit for just a couple minutes until it's all foamy, and we'll see you guys in just a minute. Welcome back, everybody. We're looking good. You can see some little bubbles starting to rise right now. We are going to add our flour and our butter. So you can see back here, we've melted our butter already, and you want to make sure it's not too hot again because you don't want to burn any of the yeast and you want that to remain active. So we will add that as we are adding our flour. The recipe that I found calls for 22 ounces of flour, which is about 4.5 cups. But it can differ depending on the recipe. Hang on one second. It can differ depending on the recipe, and then just depending on how moist it is outside, how humid. It's pretty humid here in the Philly area, so you might need a little bit more flour. So start off with 4 cups and then add it up to 4.5 cups as you need, because you want it to be kind of a tacky dough, but you don't want it to be overly wet or sticky. All right, shall we add our 4 cups of flour? Ready? 1. And we're gonna mix it up. Phanatic, can we borrow this, please?
Yeah.
So this is a really special gift. We've never owned one of these before. This is called a Dutch whisk. And it's one that we've all looked at in our family for a really long time. And it's a special whisk to mix dough up. And for Christmas this year, who gave this to us?
Santa.
Not Santa. Uncle John and Aunt Marianne? Yeah, who are also huge Phillies fans. So we're using that today as well, both because it's great and because it's opening day. So can we mix this up? I'm gonna add this in. So this is our 2nd cup. Mix it up, bud. Watch your feet. Give it a good mix. Here we go. Here's the 3rd cup. How we doing? Good? Keep mixing it up.
I'm chopping.
You're chopping? Okay, chop the flour in. And 4, so we'll start there. Remember, keep it in the bowl.
I'm chopping steam out.
You're chopping the steam out. Okay, I wasn't aware that there was steam in pretzels, but there's steam? Yeah, okay. So can you tell everybody, who are you today?
I'm chopping steam.
You're chopping steam out, but who are you?
The batter.
The batter, and who am I?
The catcher.
The catcher. And who is our camera guy back there? Who's this dude?
The pitcher.
The pitcher. Apparently in our family we have all been given our roles in the lineup recently. So as you can see, we've got our batter here helping us today. Okay, so get up to about 4 cups of flour, and we're going to add our butter in here too. Okay, so you don't want this to be too hot, but you still want it to be liquidy. And we've heard from some people that what gives the Philadelphia pretzel taste is malt powder or malt syrup. So we're just going to take a couple pinches of diastatic malt powder. I'm not sure how nice that's going to taste, dude. How is it?
Good.
Are you sure? I'm not convinced. All right, so
good.
it's good. Okay.
I ate with that nice butter.
Did you?
It was nice.
I'm glad it was nice. It might be better once it's all baked, though, right? Yeah. So another great reason that pretzels are a fun thing to bake with babies is that they don't have eggs in them. The egg over here is for an egg wash all the way at the end. So the dough itself is pretty harmless when you're eating it. I don't know how nice I would find it until it's baked, but in terms of making the dough itself in the process, it's not too bad. All right, so once you get to about here, you're gonna take it out and kind of mush it together, and then we're going to bring it out onto our mat, out onto the table, and you can have a wooden surface or a mat. And like I said, you want it to be kind of tacky, not overly dry, not overly wet. If it feels too wet, add some more flour. If it feels a little dry, which it actually does to me right now, you can add just a touch of water. You don't want to add too much all at once, but you can add just a touch of water.
It's a hole.
What's that?
I can top it down. I can top the hot.
Because if you add too much water, the structure starts to change, and it makes it a closer dough. All right, so let's take this out. Let's put it on our board and start kneading it. If you're using a kitchen mixer, do this until it's kind of starts pulling away from the dough, probably about 5 minutes. If you're kneading it by hand, probably more like 10 minutes. So let's bring it out here. Excuse me, sir. You're gonna help me knead? I know. How is it?
Good.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Are you gonna help me pull it? Ready?
Really.
Pull, 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 pull. Okay, 2 hands probably works better. Try. Try this
I
one.
need the big hole.
You sneaked a big hole. Stretch it. And push it back together. Help me push it down. Oh, no, 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 no.
And nice.
Is it?
Yeah. It's really nice to me.
It tastes really nice to you? Well, hopefully that means it's going to taste really nice later.
It tasted a bit.
Oh, no. Say Phanatic. Wait until it's...
Yeah.
Say just wait until it's baked, Phanatic.
But he ate a bit.
What do you think so far, dude? What does he think?
Yeah.
Good?
Yeah,
Oh no! He's just so excited.
Put him down on the floor.
Please?
Please. Not
All right, dude. We've finished. All right, want to help me stretch it one more time? Stretch, 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 stretch. And fold it up. Knead it one more time. Push it down. Push it down. Stretch it. And fold it up. How does it smell? Smell nice? Yeah. All right. So we have finished our kneading. So it should look kind of smooth and should feel kind of almost a bit airy and kind of spongy at this point. So we've greased. Oh, just a second. Can you help me put it in? We've greased a bowl just with a little bit of either vegetable or olive oil, and we're going to gently place it in, and then we're going to cover it for about an hour. Just a second, bud. Just a second. In a second.
What is that?
We're gonna, these are all of the ingredients for it. You're gonna cover it for about an hour or until it doubles in size. And then we'll see you back here in a little while, folks. We'll see you in a bit, everybody.
We'll see you in a bit, everybody.
Watch some of the way.
The batter put up a time.
The batter put up a sign.
He put up a time. Come on.
Welcome back, everybody, for our next step of our soft pretzels for opening day. All right, so next step, we have preheated our oven to 450 degrees Fahrenheit, and we're going to do this step. This is a step that I haven't done before. We're going to put baking soda and water, mix it all up in a big pot like this, and then put it on the stove to boil, because after you roll your dough out, you're going to dip them in for 30 seconds, kind of like bagels, to help them to start puffing up and to start giving them a crisper crust on the outside. So we're gonna see how that goes today. So let us measure out 2/3 of a cup. Can you help me?
Baking soda?
Baking soda, not to be confused with
Yeah.
baking
Powder?
powder. Does Mama mix them up sometimes?
Yeah.
I do. I have. All right, let's see. Just a little bit more. Yeah, just a little bit more. All right. Can you help me pour that in? All right, and then we're going to measure out. This is a 2-cup measuring cup of water, and we're going to fill it up 5 times because you need 10 cups of water in total. All right. Oh, thank you, Phanatic. Thank you for your help.
Phanatic doing the water.
You did. All right, so that's 2 cups. Can you help me pour it in?
Phanatic doing the water.
It is. All right. And 4 cups. And careful one. 6 cups. And 8 cups. All right, so let's go one more time. And 10 cups. Oh, Phanatic, thank you so much.
Phanatic doing all that.
Yeah. All right, so we're gonna mix this up, and then we're gonna put this on the stove. Okay. Well, we don't need any more water right now. Thank you very much, Phanatic. All right.
I'm gonna put it on.
Come on down. We're gonna...
Not to water to it.
Surely. Here, let's come sit up here. We're gonna put our pot of water on the stove. We're gonna put it in the back so it's not splashing, and we're gonna set it to boil. So we'll put it on high, and we'll set it to boil so that it's boiling. Starts to boil while we're rolling out our dough.
Is it Tyler?
It is, but we put it on the back one so it's not near us. Okay. How's our dough looking? Oh, Phoebe.
Good.
And Phanatic, can you do the honors? Ready? Ready? Woo! It's looking great. It has doubled in size, and we are ready to start rolling out our dough. So you're going to divide it into 8 sections, and then we're going to roll them out one by one. So here we go, everybody. Ready? Oh. Well, it looks like our oven is ready. Are we ready to roll out some dough, some pretzels?
Is that the steam from the steam tree?
Is steam from the steam train? Well, I think this steam is from our water to boil our dough, but it's the same kind of thing as a steam train.
It's a steam.
It's a steam train? All right, folks. It's a steam train. All of our favorite things.
Chugga.
Chugga, chugga, chugga.
The train will hurry.
The train is working hard. All right, can you help me? Speed of working hard, can you help me take our dough out? It should kind of slide out since you've oiled your pot or your bowl. Alrighty, looking good, dude. All right, so once you take it out, this recipe calls for cutting the dough into about 8 pieces to make 8 pretzels. Obviously, if you want to make more of them, you just cut more slices for smaller pretzels. Or if you want to make some really big pretzels, you cut fewer ones. But we're going to start it in 8 anyway. Can you help me cut?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll start it this way.
Is that it?
Not quite yet. We're going to make one cut here. Down the middle. Yep. You don't want to squish your dough too much to begin with.
Why do you say that?
Because you don't want to let all of the air out right at the beginning. Okay? And then I'll cut these. All right. All right, so once you cut all of your pieces into 8 sections, you're going to start rolling it. Very nice. And roll it back again.
I'll do it by my own.
Say, may I do it by my own?
May I?
You may. So you're going to start rolling it, and you want to get it to the point where it's about a 1/2 inch thick. And so if you want to kind of eyeball it or, have it be roughly that, or you can get really specific, which is what we're going to do today. Batter. Pitcher. Phoebe. Do any of you guys happen to have a measuring tape?
Do you have one?
Me? I don't have one.
Phanatic.
Phanatic. Ah! Does he have one? Where is it? Oh no! Thanks, Phanatic. He did. He's so silly. All right.
I want it on the tail again.
You want to put it on his tail again?
How can we?
Clip it on the back. Ready? All right. What's he being silly? He's such a jokester. A total messer. Can you tell these guys, where are the Phanatic and Phoebe from? Do you remember?
What was the old home?
What's that?
What was the old home?
What was their old home? So they now live at Citizens Bank Park. They moved from Veterans Stadium. Where did they come from before that? What islands?
The Galapagos Islands.
The Galapagos Islands. We have had a great time reading all about the Phanatic and his gang.
Do you have the measuring tape?
No.
Do you have the measuring tape?
Baby, do you have the measuring tape?
Do you have the measuring tape?
I do not. Baden, do you have the measuring tape?
No.
Who else might have it? Who could possibly? Again, he was hiding it again. Phanatic, could we borrow the measuring tape and see how thick this is now? Shall we see?
Yeah.
Let's grab the measuring tape. Say, may we borrow it?
Phanatic.
Thanks, Phanatic. All right.
Phanatic.
He did. All right. Let's see. So we're going to measure how thick it is, and then we can see about how long it winds up becoming.
Okay.
All right. So let's start here. You need it to be about a half an inch. So this is about an inch. We can make it a little bit thinner, or if you want it thicker, you can make it about an inch. But right now we are at about 15, 16 inches. So let's make it just a little bit thinner because it's going to puff up as well. Oh, out of your mouth, bud. All right. And now here's the fun part. Ready? Oh, kisses.
No, don't laugh.
Ah!
I can don't laugh.
Oh,
Don't
laugh?
Don't laugh.
Don't. Laugh?
Walking like that.
I saw you walking like that. Okay, are we ready?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So here comes the fun bit. We're going to twist the pretzel. And if you're from Philly, you'll know that Philly has their own way of twisting pretzels. So we're going to have it kind of a long shape. Can you help me? Can you help me?
Yeah.
All right. So we're going to take each end and we're going to make a big U, just like that. Perfect. And then we're going to twist it. These two, we're going to twist it like this. And one more time. And push it in here. Okay. And you want to kind of just pinch it to make sure. Can you help me? Can you help me pull this just a little bit so it's a little stretched out a little bit more? Oh, perfect. All right. So once you have this, this is the part that you have babies help you with. You're going to take it and let's see. It looks like our water is indeed boiling. Like I said, this is the part that I've never done before. So we're going to do this without babies. We have our cookie tray or cookie sheet lined with parchment paper. And you can do all of these. They recommend that you boil all of them at once just to make it efficient. But we're going to do one of these at a time today. And I'd say take your tongs and take your pretzel and dip it in, they say, for 30 seconds. So we're going to give about 30 seconds to boil. I'm not sure how much we're going to be able to see or if we're going to have to go fishing for it in a second. But it allows it to start puffing up and to start crisping out on the outside, and hopefully it'll keep its shape. We'll see how we do. Give it just a little bit of extra time. And then after you take it out, you're going to brush it with an egg wash, just a beaten egg, and then a little bit of water, and sprinkle it with salt. All right, let's see how we did, guys. Whoops, a little slippery, so be careful. Whoa. Yeah, and you can see it's already puffed up a little bit already. Not too bad for our first try, we'll see. And then you'll roll out all of your other ones and then start doing the same thing on this. So we're gonna put an egg wash on it and then we're gonna sprinkle some salt and then put it in the oven for about 13, 14 minutes or until it's kind of golden brown everywhere. So we'll see how it does. We're gonna let it cool for just a minute so we don't cook the eggs, and then we'll put the egg wash on it and see how we do. Good luck, everyone. I'm using a Phillies cup for our salt, no less. Looking good so far. All right, folks. Starting to get crowded back here. All right, we're gonna throw them in the oven. See how they do for about 13 or 14 minutes until they're all golden brown. So good luck, everybody. Have to.
Welcome back.
Welcome back, everybody. We're gonna check and test how our pretzels are doing in the oven. Shall we look?
Yeah.
Okay. Do they look good? They look like soft pretzels. All right, let's take them out. They're very hot, so we're gonna put them right up here on our cooling tray. So far, guys, they're looking pretty good. So, like most yeasted things, I would let them cool at least a little bit. The yeast sometimes changes the flavor and the texture if you eat them kind of right away. So I'd urge you to at least give them a little bit to cool down, not to mention that they're just going to be super hot. But I would advise I would eat them when they're at least still warm. And we'll try taste testing them in just a little while. So good luck, everybody, and we'll see you soon.
We're back to our favorite part.
We're back for our favorite part. What's our favorite part?
Eating.
Eating. We're going to try our what?
Our chocolate.
Our soft pretzels. All right, they're still a little warm, so let's be careful as we open them up. Oh, let's break a piece off in case it's too hot. Ready? Ready? Pull. Oh my goodness! A bite for our pitcher too. They're pretty good, dude. So they're pretty rockin', guys. We'd say try them plain, try them with mustard if you like it Philly style. And we're giving huge shout outs and good luck to all of our guys on the Phillies. Say good luck. Who's pitching? Who's pitching tomorrow? Aaron Nola. I know you like Aaron Nola. What do you want to make for Aaron Nola sometime?
Apple pie.
An apple pie. Since the fall, Liam has been saying he wants to make Aaron Nola an apple pie. So maybe this year is the year. We're wearing all of our Phillies gear and sending them lots of extra magic and giving huge shout outs to who? Wait.
Please put you three to that.
We will. Giving huge shout outs to our friend who? Our friend Kathy.
Yeah.
Kathy.
Oh!
It beeped. Giving huge shout outs to our friend Kathy, who works for the Phillies and who's shared our Fanatics with us, shared lots of Fanatic stories with us, and we're wishing her an amazing, amazing year this year. We'll have to drop some soft pretzels off to you sometime soon. So, all right, ready? Ready?
Yeah.
Here we go, everybody. Here we go. Ready?
You take one.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, he's got one. Ready? Happy opening day! See you next time, everybody. Happy baking.
I can pop it.
Oh, ready? Ready? 1, 2, 3.